Man finds a kitten frozen solid in a snowstorm and attempts to pull off a miracle. When a family in Utah found a helpless kitten outside their vacation home the morning after a huge snowstorm, they thought he was a goner. The poor thing. He was frozen and stiff and the family was devastated. But then something strange happened to its body. The Bingham family woke up one Thanksgiving morning to find almost a foot of snow outside their vacation home in Garden City, Utah. The kids were excited because wintry weather didn't normally arrive so early in the season. But everything changed the moment they went outside. The children ran outdoors to play, but they came to a stop and stared in horror. There was a kitten in the snow several feet from their porch and the poor thing was frozen solid. Uncle Brandon and their mother responded quickly to their calls by running outside. There was no way to possibly save the kitten's life. Or was there? Surprisingly, the kitten wasn't gone. But they couldn't just leave it there. The rest of the Bingham family followed Brandon as he quickly picked up the cat in his gloves and made his way to the front door. Brandon was followed closely by the kid's mother, who was equally as concerned for the kitten's safety. She had no idea where the poor feline came from, but she knew time wasn't on their side if they were going to save his life. Brandon didn't hesitate at all once. As soon as he got inside, he headed straight for the living room fireplace in the hopes that the warmth might rouse the motionless cat. Brandon gave the frozen kitten to his brother Justin, who crouched down in front of the fireplace. There were still embers glowing from inside and he carefully held the kitten close to the heat that was emanating from the charred wood. Justin, who had taken numerous veterinary studies in school, turned the kitten so that its belly was facing up. He used his fingers to support the cat's neck and then lightly administered chest compressions with his thumb. Would it work? Justin needed to do more. He gave the cat gentle CPR for almost an hour before wrapping him in a warm towel. The family desperately hoped that both the CPR and warmth would keep the kitten going. The children's mother then gathered the kitten in her arms and softly stroked his head. Even though over an hour had passed, the family refused to give up hope. It wasn't time to quit just yet. The family built a makeshift bed for the kitten using a cardboard box and a towel. If the kitten was going to pull through, they wanted him to feel comfortable in a warm enclosed space. Then the family had another thought. What would happen if they offered the cat some small pieces of food to eat? They hoped that the smell of the food would stir up some kind of response. The family kept sprinkling food particles in front of the kitten's nose. But he sat nearly motionless on the towel. The kitten wasn't responding, which worried the kids and indicated problems. Until suddenly the cat opened his eyes and started to slowly squirm around. The family was thrilled to see him moving after being largely motionless for over an hour. It was nothing less than a miracle. The Bingham family could not get over how the kitten, whom they named Pepper, pulled through after such an ordeal. Fortunately, one of the family's relatives accepted to adopt him, giving him a stable home. So, what was life like for Pepper? He enjoyed every second of it without a doubt, especially the holiday season and all the gifts beneath the tree. Isn't that everyone's favorite part of the holidays? His new family gave him an unbelievable gift, which was simply amazing. After such a terrifying experience in the snow, one might assume Pepper wouldn't want to return. However, Pepper wasn't an ordinary cat. He was back outside again shortly after getting better, stomping through the snow like the courageous cat he was. Of course, his new owners made sure he didn't play in the cold for too long, considering his history with wintry weather. Pepper liked to go for walks, but he also preferred to gallop through the fluffy snow when the weather was nice. His owners simply placed him on a leash and took him out for strolls around their neighborhood. After a long day, Pepper loved curling up in a warm bed next to his owners. He snuggled up close with a different member of his family each night. Everyone got to enjoy his company. Even though Pepper couldn't express it in words, he truly loved his new home. although it was impossible to know if he remembered anything about the experience of losing his life. But his new family made sure the rest of his life was nothing but wonderful memories.